This video is brought to you by Honey. No, not that honey. My honey, my wife. The wind under my wings. Her words, not mine. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out more. Although, not actually sure why you would want to. It's no secret that the workplace pension has disappeared for just about everyone. We don't live in the 1970s where your work puts money aside for you, along with some of your own paycheck, and then guarantees a steady income once you retire. Now, we either get nothing, or a 401k in the US, or RRSP in Canada, with a small match from our employer. If you have that as an option, by the way, you absolutely should enroll. It's free money you're leaving on the table if you don't. What we now have in the place of the pension are options and flexibility. Is it better? In most cases, no. You are better off having your work put more money away for you to live off of in retirement. But being forced to save on our own means we get to choose exactly where our money goes, what company we save and invest it with, and we can look around for the best deal and the lowest fees. That's the good news. The only good news. All the rest is bad. My name is Brandon. I'm a master's degree in finance, and I want to see everyone succeed financially, with or without a pension. Lacking a pension with our work means less money for us, and it means the burden of saving for retirement now rests more on us. Sure, there's likely going to be Social Security available for us in our senior years. That could provide a floor, a minimum income so that we don't starve. But that's not going to provide the kind of retirement that most of us probably dream of. Trips that we finally have the time to take, supporting our family, including grandkids as they get started in life, giving to causes we believe in. So we all need to understand very clearly that we don't have these companies looking out for our financial futures like past generations did. The responsibility lies on us, and that scares me because we know how the typical person spends their money. Paycheck comes in, pay the bills, buy the stuff, use the credit card for even more stuff, wait for the next paycheck. The magic before wasn't that people behaved different, but before the paycheck arrived in our bank account, our employer already took some of the money from us and put it into the pension scheme. For savings, unseen, and it was for our own good. Ready for an uncomfortable comparison? In 1950s America, 10% of adults were obese. Today, that number is about 40%. Did how our bodies work drastically change? No. Our environment changed. Our food system changed. What used to more or less work for us has been co-opted by companies making more and more ultra-processed, hyper-palatable foods that are all trying to get us to eat more. In the 1950s, you didn't have to put all the energy and stress into being a healthy weight. It more or less just happened to all of us. That's not the case today, as our food supply now largely works against us. It's not to fuel us and provide what we need. It's now to make more money off of us at any cost. However, can we as individuals do something about it to fix our own situations? In almost all cases, yes. Back to pensions, our safe and secure retirement used to just happen to us. Work a full career, and then you can check out and live comfortably off of the money your workplace saved up for you. I feel for people now. We're not well prepared for this change. We weren't warned in grade 12 like, oh, by the way, companies aren't looking out for you anymore. And if you want to eat better than cat food in your 70s, you need to save consistently for decades and seek your own investments. But can we as individuals do something about it? Nearly always yes. You can take control and get educated and make sure that your later years are well funded. And it doesn't mean living like a hermit now. It just looks like doing the work to replace the pension that we used to have by default. And the earlier you get started, the easier it will be. What does that look like? The easiest first step is saying yes to your workplace retirement matching program, if you have one. This varies a lot by workplace, but it could look like a 4% match. 4% of every one of your paychecks goes into a tax advantage account, and your company also puts in 4%. You can instantly double your savings this way, and in this case, you're nearly already saving 10% of your income. What's the magic number you need to save each year to replace your income in retirement? That can also vary a lot, and I can't give you an exact number for your situation. However, it's pretty safe to assume it is between 10 and 20% of your total pre-tax income to have a normal retirement. If you have a 4% matching plan, meaning 8% gets saved every payday, you're already well on your way. For comparison, the US federal pension takes 4.4% of your paycheck and matches it with a whopping 15.5%. That's 19.9% of your income right there. Most of us aren't so lucky. But what if you don't have either of those? Or what about the rest of the way to saving 10 to 20% total? Here's where good old self-discipline comes in. But don't worry, it's not nearly as hard as keeping to a good diet. That's because you can automate stuff. If your workplace doesn't do it for you, you can set up automatic deposits into your own retirement investment accounts every payday. You can set those up with an online brokerage, a robo-advisor, or a traditional advisor to fit your needs. You can also largely set it and forget it because the breakdown of what your investments actually are don't need to change often, and less frequent rebalancing, like once a year, has been shown to make more money than doing it more often, like every month. Your retirement savings, once set up, also don't need to be front of mind or something you think about daily. And I've done a previous video on why you shouldn't actually be thinking about and checking in on it often. A few extra pieces to keep in mind are seeking out low-cost investment options because fees can seriously eat away at your retirement funds, avoiding common pitfalls like investing scams, and you need to figure out the right savings rate for your life. Keep in mind, no one should care more about your financial future than you. And we have fewer and fewer companies looking out for us nowadays, which means the weight of this falls more on us to get our ducks in a row and prepare for our retirements, or any other savings goal for that matter. Was this video helpful or not? Give me a thumbs up or down to let me know. Are there pieces I mentioned that you'd like me to elaborate on in the future? Post a comment. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great one. And another big thanks to the video supporter, my wife. Thanks for always fueling me to go on, like literally fueling me with food, because food is fuel. Love you lots. Appreciate all you do. Oh, and all you other people are still here. I appreciate you too.